Another cool thing that we can do using these trig identities is we can take something that's got this big nasty fraction in it with a nasty denominator like this one here, looking at this one here on the left, and we can do some manipulating to make the to make the fraction disappear. So it's going to be a whole lot easier to work with. The way I would do this is I'm going to multiply both the top and the bottom of this fraction by the conjugate of the denominator. So that conjugate would be secant of x minus tangent of x. And of course, I'm doing that because I know when I multiply by a conjugate, really nice things tend to happen. So I'm going to start with that. So on top, that's going to give me 4 times the quantity secant of x minus tangent of x. I'm going to clean that up just a little bit. Something went wrong there. All right. Now on the bottom, when you multiply two conjugates together, you end up with the first term squared, so secant squared of x, minus the second term squared, so tangent squared of x. Now secant squared of x minus tangent squared of x, that's one of those identities. And immediately when I see it, I start thinking about that identity. Now secant squared minus tangent squared actually gives me just a 1. So that means the denominator of this thing would turn out to be just 1. Now I know when the denominator of anything is just a 1, I actually don't have to write that 1, so I can just erase that. And that means the simplified version of this would just be 4 times the quantity secant of x minus tangent of x. Now you try the second one on here and answer the question on the Google form.